Now people, just a heads up, this story I'm about to tell you will be very disturbing, and this will make your mouth drop to the floor. Now having said that, before I tell you the story, have you ever went to the zoo before? Have you ever took your family to the zoo to look at gorillas, lions, etc.? Well, what if I told you back in the early 1900s, people thought we was animals. People thought black people was animals. They thought black people belonged in a zoo. People, what if they really thought we was like monkeys and that was their mindset? We wasn't human to them. Well, people, this story is about to shock you to death. Meet this beautiful black boy right here. His name is Ota Benga. People, Ota Benga was sold in the early 1900s by a native African slave trader. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the man that sold Ota Benga from the Congo, his name was Samuel Philip Werner. Now, what I told you thus far probably made you sick to your stomach. But people, I promise you, it get 10 times worse. Now, what did they sell Ota Benga for? Well, people, they sold him for a pound of salt and some cloths. Yes, you heard me correct. They sold him for a pound of salt and some cloths. People, we talking about a kid, a human being. They sold for a pound of salt and some cloths. Now, let's get back to the zoo. When this beautiful black boy from the Congo was sold, they brought him to New York. They brought him to the Bronx Zoo. Now, people, let me repeat for the people in the back. They brought a human being to the zoo like they would bring an elephant, a lion, a tiger, a gorilla. Now people, what I'm about to tell you next will blow your mind. When they brought this beautiful black boy to the zoo, this kid, their attendance doubled. They was getting tens of thousands of people on daily basis to see this black boy in the zoo. They thought he was an animal. Now, just to be clear, you may be thinking, okay, when they brought this kid into the zoo, where did they put him? Well, people, they treated him just like an animal, just like a tiger, just like a lion. They put him in a cage with monkeys. Now, just for a little more context, when they put this beautiful black boy in a cage, he was very confused. He was traumatized. He didn't understand why everyone was looking at him. And people, sometimes this kid would cry in the cage. This kid was very scared. And people, just to be clear, when I tell you a lot of people would come on a daily basis to look at this kid, it would be over 40,000 people just to look at this kid. And they would spit at this kid. And they had his cage decorated with bones. Now people, when black people and black leaders found out Ota Benga from Congo was in a zoo, hell broke loose. They was protesting every single day. People, it was all hands on deck. It was black ministers. It was everybody. They wanted that boy released, and they got him released in 3 weeks. Now, when this kid was released from the zoo, he was released to an orphanage. It was owned by James Gordon in New York. Now, when this kid was released, you can just imagine this kid was traumatized. His life was never the same. Later in life, he died. They said he took his life, but we really know what happened to him. So people, never forget this beautiful black kid named Ota Benga from the Congo. He was someone's child. He was God's child. And people, I'm going to leave you with this. The sad truth is, some people still look at you like you're an animal. If you ever come across a certain video on social media and you look at the comment section and you see people posting pictures of a monkey or they calling you a monkey, they referring to this story right here. So when someone call you a monkey, they know exactly what they are saying. They trying to say you belong in a zoo, you is an animal, you is not human. And people, again, never forget this beautiful black boy named Ota Benga from the Congo. This was someone's child.